Liz, can you just kind of give us an overview of kind of going into the season and maybe some of the expectations for you guys as a staff?
Sure. We have our first home tournament at the end of February, which we're really looking forward to. Everybody will actually be participating in that event, which will be great for us all to be in Florida. We've set some really good team goals and individual goals that I think we all expect to meet, and really excited for the spring semester.
Liz, how is the team looking so far? Some of the things that you've seen that you like, some things that need some work.
I think overall it was a very quick transition for me to start, get into fall. I'm getting used to what the girls need, what the team needs, the best dynamic, practice, travel, and what works the best, which is great. And so fall was a great time to feel that out. And I think we finally hit our stride of what works, who needs this and who needs that during practice. So I think it's really more productive and functional when we're actually competing now.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is a fairly old team as far as in years or experience. What does that do? Does it make it easier as a staff? But I know you have maybe some new pieces that you have to mix in. Kind of how do you adjust that or do things? And it has to make it nice, doesn't it? An older group, a veteran group.
Yeah, we have a lot of seniors, a lot of grad students, so it does make it a lot easier to have the leaders there. They do already kind of know what they need to be doing during that time of kind of their individual time, which makes it a lot easier for the younger ones to kind of follow. And I do allow them a lot of times to have their own practice time because they do find that they're very productive on their own. Those leaders transition very nicely onto the golf course. They can make decisions by themselves. They don't really need us sometimes all the time there, which makes it really nice to be able to assist with some people that are less experienced on those golf courses. And with going back to the same golf courses and being able to kind of see them, the older ones really have a better look on some of the holes and are really being able to give that advice quicker to the young group.
I guess for both Mayred and Carly, just talk a little bit about some of the challenges in playing in the ACC and some of the benefits.
Well, I think some of the challenges are we do come up against some of the best teams in the country each and every week, and that is a benefit to us. Like, it pushes us to get better each week. We get some of the best competition out there, so that's really challenged me as an individual and as a team member, trying to give some of our knowledge to the younger girls about competing in the ACC. It's really been a benefit to us over the years.
Yeah, I have to agree with Marie on that. I think that our competition is our biggest strength and our biggest weakness. I think that it pushes us as an entire group, and it also, everyone in the ACC is ranked and plays for top competition each week. And so if you're in the top in the ACC, then it means you're in the top in college golf, which I think is really valuable.
What is for both of you? What is having experience or having a group that's some of you have been together for a while? What does that do as far as for the expectation and kind of knowing what each other is going to do out there?
I think knowing each other's games, it means like when we start off the season, we don't have to learn each other as much. Our freshmen and our transfer Riley really transitioned well into our team, so having a group of older people to just be able to pass on our knowledge to the younger ones really quickly, it meant we didn't have to delay in getting started, and we all just kind of flowed really quickly, so there was no big transition at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, and I think that the team hasn't really changed much since I've been here, which I think is a great asset because, like, we truly are sisters now, and we know so much about each other, so we can help each other in not only on the golf course but also off the golf course, which I think is most valuable because if you're not doing great off the golf course, then you're not going to do great on the golf course. So I think that that's really important.
Liz, when you have a grad student like Riley coming from the level she was at to now coming here, how difficult of a transition is it, and how have you kind of seen her kind of make that move?
I think the biggest thing for her was she's such a good player individually, and for her I think it was an easier transition golf-wise because she was so used to putting pretty difficult practice plans together. She has very good knowledge of our technology side of it, and she's a hard worker individually. So that was a very easy transition. She's a great personality, and I think she's really been able to bond really well with the team. And so I think she actually helps elevate that technical side that she brings to the game from being so good at a different level. And that transition's been fairly easy for her as she's gone through it. She does spend a lot of time practicing, which is what we want. And I think she really motivates people to be out there more and use our technology that we have. And she really does excel when she uses other parts of those games. So coming from a smaller school to the bigger school, being able to have all those resources, I think it's just been able to elevate her game.
Do you, when you have some experience back and you have a couple of newcomers, is it more difficult to maybe put a lineup together with all the experience that you have, or is it easier?
I think it's challenging because we do have so much of that upperclassmen, and the transition of we've had a couple injuries that started off the fall, so we have everybody 100% now. So I think it's going to be a really exciting spring to have everybody, but everybody wants to be in that lineup, and they're fighting for it, and we like that energy that they're bringing to the game for spring.
For both the student athletes, is there that one particular course that you kind of see on the schedule and your eyes kind of light up? It's like, oh, we're going back down there. I really liked playing there and enjoyed it. Besides, of course, the Louisville Golf Club. But
I think for me, Athens in Georgia, we've played there a few times. We're going to go play their tournament, and we also might have the opportunity to play regionals there. So for me, that excites me. We get to go see the course and play it in a competition, and I've played it so many times before, and that experience kind of relaxes me, and I know that I know what I'm doing on that golf course, and so that excites me for the spring.
One course that I'm excited to play is Sedgefield. It's where ACCs is going to be held this year, and it was held there my freshman year, and I was on an ACC conference a few weeks ago, and we were just talking about it and how they're going to make it more difficult, and they think it's really a championship course compared to last year's course, and I think as a team we really have a good shot of winning ACC, so I'm excited to get down there.
and I guess for each one of you as a follow-up, if you were going to sell the University of Louisville to a prospective golfer, what would you tell them that would make them want to come here?
I would just say that there's just a big family atmosphere. Athletics is so big here. It's just so fun to watch every team excel at the highest level. That's been one of the things that I've really enjoyed. Not just one singular team is really good. Everyone's really trying to get to the top of their game. So it's awesome to be surrounded by such great athletes at the university.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely a family, and there's definitely Southern hospitality down here coming from New York. But I also think that the facilities that we have here are some of the top that you can have in the country, and I think that that's really allows every student athlete to excel to their top capability.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.